Good day. Thanks for joining me for another episode of Dwarf Fortress gameplay. Dwarf Fortress Classic, in this case. Now, I guess I should continue playing before I, maybe arguably before I even start press record on the thing with the thing that does the stuff with the pictures. Excuse me. Now, I was playing this last night, and I think I got a little carried away. I ended up playing pretty late and did a bunch of stuff. So let me just see if I can't do a quick tour, quick with a whistle, quick. So there's the current state of the above ground things. I wouldn't normally build such extensive walls and compound areas above ground, but in the first couple of years of this fortress, there were all these demonic and necromantic creatures coming, and if you've watched any of that, you might know that I got down to a single dwarf. This 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 one here, Sarvesh, who is she's doing well these days. I'm doing fine. She how do I go to her? I don't normally view unit. No, go to unit. Let's see here. She's basically a miner at this point. At one point she had all the skills turned on. Anyway, she's survived, and now I've had many waves of migrants arrive in the fortress. You can see the bedroom zones up here. I don't have enough of those yet. There's a bunch of kids playing. You can see actually now that I'm looking at it. I've got a couple of temples, and I've started making guild hall spaces over here. Temples are here, and a little tiny dining room there. So I've got a bunch of things that I should be doing, and in fact, maybe I should be making some notes about this while I'm talking. I need, this is, what is this? This is Sazirnanir? Sazirnanir. Okay, I'm going to type Sazirnanir. While I do that, I will let you enjoy that beautiful, beautiful screen. You can see workshops and some stockpiles for feeding those workshops. So I need a large, fancy dining hall. I need a hospital. Oh, right. Military barracks, military squads, and I should probably get on the military aspect sooner than later. Okay, so I've got a sort of a tomb, a big old room for tombs there. Surface, we can walk down. There's my failed well situation. For some reason it worked perfectly well as a well. The well was over, or is, but I can't use it anymore, is here. I wonder if I could dig a well into the former well room. I might be able to do that, possibly. Especially if I put it at the surface, which I could do. That way it couldn't backflow, I don't think. Anyway, okay, so that's the thought. Maybe let me just put that on my list of stuff to do. Well, at or near surface. Although the stream, my walls now encompass part of the stream, so maybe that's not necessary. I don't know if dwarves will wash at the stream. Don't know. So there's my failed well. There was the chamber, or the cistern for the well there. I've greatly expanded the wood stockpile. Farms are more or less up and running. I should revisit those as the crop rotation and such. You can see I had an issue with the way I had designated the, what do you call it now? The burrow for the fortress. And so shells were not being used for anything craft-wise, and now my refuse pile is overflowing with shells. What are those C's? Chickens? Oh, KV sows. Mutilated corpse. KV's mutilated corpses. Oh, that's weird. I wonder why they're all mutilated. Was that maybe possibly from the demons? But you can see there's mussel shells. So I've actually set up 2 new crafts dwarf workshops and have them just now recently starting to process the shells into shell crafts. Then we go down a ways into the stone. Oh, there was the little aquifer, really brief aquifer, easy to punch through. Maybe too easy. I didn't really have any fun with the punching through process, but whatever. So I've got all the space for workshops that I currently need. I got a charcoal and and smelting, but hematite for iron ore. So I've got quite a bit of those things. Now, if you look here, I've got 200 iron bars and 150 charcoal, and I think I have stopped those jobs now. I had meant to anyway. Yeah, I did. So that's enough for quite a bit of things, as well as most of the other workshops. I recently punched through into some caverns, which I guess I'll get to here. Here are stockpiles directly underneath the workshop area, and you can see this is meant for finished goods, basically. What is this one here? I should probably set up, that's furniture. And that's finished goods. What is in the finished goods? Is that where the crafts and things go? Yes. Oh. Why did I set... Oh, that was weird. Okay, I put a barn... I think I've got now 2 metal bar stockpiles. Interesting. I've got a job for bins and barrels. I'm having some trouble. Oh, I was also not able to get anyone to brew any booze. And I still don't have any booze. Why is that? I don't know. I can't seem to brew anything here. Maybe it's because I don't have anything to brew. That doesn't seem likely. I'll have to look into that. And then we go down further, and this was just a mining area. You can see here there was, this was just a wall at the time when it happened, but the water was overflowing down here and created a certain amount of mud, I guess it is. Yeah, a dusting of mud. I'm not sure, a small pile of mud. A pile of mud. So, I don't know, I might be able to, you can actually see, whoops, crops are growing there. What if I go one more step, 2 more steps, 3 more steps? I guess I can do that to highlight things. Is that how it was? Not even sure. I'll leave it at that. That's not too bad for my eyeballs. And then I was thinking about, I had 2 sort of stairway levels. If you look here, they were just stairways surrounded by walls, and they were full to the brim of water, which wasn't ideal. So I thought, well, how can I get around that? And eventually it occurred to me that if I just dig down somewhere else, I could then dig over and release the water. And so you can see that it made mud, which is okay. And that's it. Now, as things stand right now, I have 2 pathways from this point here to here, and then only 1 from here. I would kind of like to force the dwarves, and, well, more to the point, wild animals to funnel through only 1 of those. So maybe I'll close these off from here. with walls, and I'll do that with some blocks. And then, oh right, let me think about this for a second. Okay, so no, okay, they can still go down those stairs, they just can't use them. If I do this, they won't be able to use them to get up to the, yeah, you won't be able to get into them from below. So let me fix that. I will close off these stairs entirely. You know what? I'm just going to do it with stone that's laying all over the place. Build some walls all the way around. Get the dwarfs to do that. And because, yeah, nothing will be blocking there. They can do it from either up or down. Cancel, store, oh, right. Okay, and actually just for visual satisfaction, I'm going to designate this to be smoothed so that it looks like an enclosure more so. And now then we go down. I was and still am looking for a flux stone so I can get a steel industry going, but I've gone quite deep and did not find any flux stone. I did one exploratory corridor somewhere down here. I'm descending now. If you look at the top, this area, this number right here, that's the depth. It's negative 67. Or in this case, 32 to the surface, I think it is. Anyway, you wouldn't normally do what I'm doing, going through them one at a time. Yeah, here's the level where at minus 70 I dug an exploratory thing hoping to find a layer of flux stone. I didn't go out to the east, which maybe I should have. And then down here, although I wasn't aware of it here, I punched into the caverns right about here somewhere. Oh, well, this is fun. I don't have any military. So okay, hopefully we're paused. What enemy? Where are they? There's a lungfish. Is that the enemy? An invader. Oh, there's 5 of them. Oh, demon swordsman. Oh, there they are. See, this is what I was afraid of, and that's why I built the walls. So now I don't have alerts set up. I think that's the right term. So what I'm going to have to do here is assign, whoops, I'm going to have to assign everybody to the burrow. Whoops. There we go. So this is going to take a minute or two. I think I've got about 100 citizens now, which is up pretty far from 1. So hopefully those demons don't make a beeline. Oh geez, hopefully the babies are all indoors. Okay, so that's everybody. So now they all go to the burrow. Now, is there anybody outside? Let me just have a look here. There may not be, because I mean there's probably hunters outside, but where did the demons go? Oh, they're gone. What the hell? Really? Jurist Arban Konos, the dwarf administrator, cursed hunter. Well, that's mildly annoying. Now I need to go and... No, not to find citizens. Now I need to go and unassign them to the burrow. That's kind of frustrating, actually. Anyway, I wonder why they just popped in and then disappeared again immediately. That's quite different than in the past where they'd hang around for a year or two. Now watch, I'll do this and then a minute later or a few days later on the calendar, they'll all return with some friends. Okay, so much for that. What was I doing? I was showing off. Yeah, I was showing off down here. So I punched into the caverns right about here, I think it was. And then now it wasn't solid stone all the way down. There was actually just 3 pillars of stone where I got to the bottom here, which is right here. This layer, which is -95, is the sort of ground layer of that section of the caverns. You can see I walled off the areas here. First I started further out where I just had to drop one wall to there were a bunch of elk birds and other critters running around. And so I walled off all but this one spot here, and then I put some traps in. There were also some fungal trees here. That's a nice thing about punching into the caverns, is that you get things growing, underground plants and whatnot, fungal things spreading, which is nice for the dwarves. You can have then access to more food and things. I put some traps here. So we trapped a bunch of elk birds and some other things, and then I tamed them and then I slaughtered them. You got to get the meat and the bone. And then I spent a fair bit of time last night. Not sure why I did it, but I wanted to close off access to that sort of vertical, I'm going to call it a shaft, although it wasn't really a shaft, but the stairs up into the fortress, so that I had control over what could come in, or at least where they could come in. And so I wanted just this one opening right here, and with cages in front of it. I might build a drawbridge here somewhere so I can seal that off. But so basically I built the stairs all the way up. If you come over to here, you can see that granite block up down staircase. So you'll see some kind of block staircases all the way up. And so I filled in 6 out of the 9 of those squares in columns all the way up to here with staircases, and then I built walls in all of the openings, and then I sent my engraver down to start smoothing them, so it made it more of a visual block. You'll be able to see once he's done smoothing. Oh, there you can see the construction actually there flashing. Basically did that all the way up to where I punched into the caverns, and then eventually I designated that for smoothing. And what is that? Is that a ramp in midair? Unusable downward slope. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Weird. I guess maybe just sort of like dirt hanging off the wall. So anyway, there's caverns, which I have not really explored, not deliberately anyway. Some dwarves have been out hunting and gathering webs. Haven't run into anything too violent yet. I haven't even really looked. So what is this? This goes... Okay, so there's a little... Oh, there isn't a bridge. Never mind. Is there even a way to get around? There's this sort of central... Oh, there is, up at the top there. There's this central... I'm going to call it a shaft. Wow. That looks like a magma pipe almost. Maybe it is. Goes way down. Wow, and then what's all this? Oh, okay, just more of it. So that goes a long way down. Oh, and then it bottoms out on that. And then what happens there? Oh, there's more below it. Oh, wait a minute. What am I even looking at here? It's not really ground, or some of it is ground. Oh, okay, some of it is ground and some of it is open space. So it's like pillars. Weird. And then we start to get into the more exotic fungal trees down here. Okay, so that shaft goes down this far. And then what happens? Okay, that's as far as we've been able to see, I guess. Okay, interesting. So that's where we're at. And it looks like the fun is maybe about to be heating up. I do not have any military yet, so what are you doing with your baby? Oh, you're hauling logs. And I've got these undead dwarves. Dwarf, are you a visitor? Are you a citizen? Zed? No. Preferences? Oh, he must be a visitor. I can't do anything with him. Oh, he's a traveler. There we go. This visitor has come to relax. He heard this was a place to enjoy oneself as an undead something or other. Actually, what is he? Let's have a look. Dwarf administrator. Oh, that's the dwarf administrator. Cursed hunter. Oh, there's a trog. A trog down there. Way down there. Way down there. And I think it's a bug, but I keep getting these administrator noble announcements from down in the caverns. Okay, so crops are happening above ground here. That's good. What are they? Ratweed, jute, nothing. Ropeweed, ratweed, okay. Ratweed was being used to tame the elk birds, actually, interestingly enough. Let's see about the settings for this here. Rice, oh, and I don't have any rice seeds. Interesting. Rice all the way around. I've got my animals pastured here, and I've got, oh, what happened there? A gremlin. Hey, well, let's follow the gremlin for a minute. Why not? Is he going? He's going down. He's a runner. He's a runner. And he wasn't affected by the traps, and then something else here. Oh, we've got a caravan from Urist Gomath has arrived. Okay. Right over by the sea there, which I have done. Oh, there's a bunch of bolts in there. That's interesting. Which I've done nothing with this whole beach and sea area here, because I just haven't been free to move around the map for a long time. Okay, so they'll come to the outpost. Maybe the demons will intercept them. Let's follow them in. Oh, you know what? Let's not follow them in. Let's prepare for their arrival here. I won't call the trader just yet, but I will start moving some goods. Hopefully, because these are dwarves, I'll be able to just... Oh, how do I find my bins? Meat, fish, plants, garden seeds, digging implements, leather cloth, wood, stone. Huh. Legware, powders, extracts, cages, barrels. Oh, well, okay, I could trade with prepared food. I also want to trade with the crafts, though. How do I do that? I guess they should show up in here, maybe. Oh, no, they don't show up in here. What the hell? How do you... What am I missing here? Digging implements, cloth, plastic, stone. Okay, I don't... Fish? There's a legendary barrel in there. Meat, no. Plants. I don't understand why I can't brew anything. I've got all kinds of things that I think can be brewed. Fruit and nuts. I don't know if you can make wine out of any of this stuff. Got lots of fruit though. Garden veggies. No, not garden veggies. There's garden veggies. Seeds. Well, what the hell? Okay, well, let's go to the all category, I guess. That feels like a... Like, why do we not have finished goods available here? This is so weird. It's kind of the whole point of doing all those muscle shell crafts. Is to trade them. Join me in my quest to understand why I can't trade finished goods. Surely I should have seen. Like there's everything here except finished wood bins. Finished wood? Did I say finished wood? Finished good. Finished goods bins. Bins of finished goods. Oh my lord. This is so weird. No doubt I've done something silly. Now we're into all the stone that's laying around. What the hell is going on here? Where are my finished goods bins? Finished goods stockpile. This is it here. So what? Why? What's in here? Splints. Nothing. Okay, so here's rock crafts. And more rock crafts. And more rock crafts. And here's muscle shell crafts. I feel like there should be a lot more of those around. Like a lot more of those. But anyway, what on earth is happening here? Settings? No. So remember, I'll give take to anywhere. Furniture. Orders. I don't know. What about my zone here? Burrow. Limit workshops to burrow. Center on burrow. W. No, that's not it. I don't want that. That was part of my problem before. Do I have this set? Broker can... No. Okay. McGursh. This is bizarre. What is happening here? What if I put this into the zone? Into the burrow. Let's do that. Okay, and then I'll get that second to sink in, and then we'll see if we can move. This hasn't changed. What the hell? This is one of the joys of Dwarf Fortress, especially Classic. Why can't I trade finished goods? I also own nobles. I have to accommodate my nobles. While I was doing all this stuff, apparently we became a barony somehow. There were no other dwarves in... Well, you know what? That was part of the underground notices, probably. So now we're a barony, and we've got three barons and a baroness and a mayor. I don't really understand what's happening with this, but so they all want quarters, of course. Oh, for God's sake! What a baron of work whiskers, baron of square bolt, baroness of arrow throwers, baron of saber voices. Wow. And he's got a mandate. Flasks and rings. What on earth? Maybe I can fill that mandate, I guess. Add armor, furniture, Other objects. Iron flask. Is anybody going to take that up? Yep, someone's going to take that up. And then it was rings, was it? I feel like that should be... That should happen fairly naturally, even with mussel shell, no? Okay, I have no idea why I can't move the goods here, but I guess I'll just do it with food. Goods. Why don't I have the option of barrels and pending on top, culling on mandates, view goods, move this category. Barrels. Okay, barrels is easy enough. Why don't I have finished goods though? That's... Anywho, let's grab some prepared food barrels, because those are typically the most valuable, and I've got a good solid cook going now, so... Alright, oh, here come the wagons. Here come the wagons. I guess I should maybe do some more tree choppery there. Alright, Medtob. Oh, I can hardly read that. Kokeb Kadol. I'm your liaison. Yes, let's. There's much to share. Information added to civilization's world. What requests do you have? Not much at this point. Maybe some plump helmet spawn. And maybe some anvils. Ammo. I guess we could ask for bolts. I typically do. And then booze. And that's about all I think we need at this point. We've got pretty much a handle on everything else. Alright, here's the trade. Oh, here's what our trade agreement is. Okay, I don't normally look at these. Super tedious. Let's have a look at the docks. They want cloth, they want gems, drinks, splints, and I don't normally pay much attention to this either. Ammo. I could make ammo now. Our fortunes rise and fall together. Well, this is true. So I guess it's time to summon the trader. Trader requested. Or required. Requested. Here comes Cog. Or Cog. I think Cog arrived, but I I suspect the merchants are still... Oh yeah, they're not all there yet. The ones on with donkeys and musk oxen and whatever. What are they using to trade? Water buffalo. Okay. Beast of burden, or burst of beadin. It's their burst of beadin. Oh, we're past half an hour. Well, I don't really want to subject you to the whole trading experience. It's really not that exciting. Can we trade? Oh, we can. Okay, I mean, this is not exciting at all. And, oh, is there any large gems there? No. I have rope, I think. Sufficient rope. Maybe I'll take a couple of cheap ropes. I can make ropes as well. Water skins I should also be able to make, but we'll take some cheap ones. Some instruments, which I should probably be more interested in. Oh, let's get some toys for the kids, shall we? Oh, they're expensive, man. I can make some toys. Cages, why not? Gander, not so much. Water buffalo, cow, sure. Turkey hen, yes. Alpaca, female alpaca, okay. Oh, my trade goods are worth a lot. That's good. That's what I was kind of expecting. Llama, maybe, I guess. Yak, cow. Did I take a yak? I don't know if I have a yak bull or not. Boar, reindeer, cow. Okay, I don't want too many animals. Gander cage, lay pewter cage. Blue jay man, blood barrel, highwood barrel. I don't know what you can do with blood, and since I don't seem to be able to make any booze for some reason, I think this might all stem back to something to do with the way I've got something set. I'm going to take a bunch of barrels, and I'm also going to buy as much booze as I can, basically, which is that much. Maybe I'll grab a couple of buckets while I'm at it. Now then, weapons. Since I cannot make steel yet, maybe not ever, I can make iron weapons, and there's no point in how are we doing here? Trade or profit? All kinds of profit. Okay, so we'll focus on steel things. Picks are for miners, but should help them, presumably speed them along a little bit. And then any steel armor is probably worth grabbing as well. Although, I suppose not having to forge things maybe saves a bit of time. I'm not the world's biggest fan of bucklers as opposed to shields, but I don't know that if that's rational or not. It's just always been kind of my preference. Iron helm and gauntlets, sure, why not? I think the bismuth bronze is pretty solid as well. Oh, now we're past the armor into bags and things. So cave wheat, dimple cups, cave wheat, sure, sweet pods, plum helmet spawn, there we go. Dimple dye, hazel chests, gypsum plaster, take a bit of that. Dwarven sugar, I don't know, you can make that yourself. Chests, probably not. Bags, I can make bags. Should I just buy some? I would like to get a glass industry going, so. And clay, I don't know if clay uses. I don't know if clay uses bags. I do not think so. Okay, wheat, more gypsum plaster, chests. Here we go. Okay, so now let me just bounce over here and add a bit more to the tally. Buy a bunch of cloth because my dwarves are going to be running out of clothes pretty soon. And we'll buy some leather as well. Oh, they didn't bring that much leather, did they? What did I miss one? Leather, cloth, pigtail cloth. Sure, let's get some more cloth. Oh, there's one. Oh, why not? The dwarfs are gonna need clothes. So, okay. And 38 minutes in. Let me see if I can wrap this up fairly quick here. Bolts. I can make bolts, but oh, here we go. Anvils. They brought a bunch of steel anvils, so why not? 1, 2, I feel like 4, 5, 6. That's probably enough anvils, right? And then we've got meat. And we turn this into the world's best. Oh, wait a minute, Lionheart. We can't go without Lionheart. God, what was I thinking? We turn this into the world's best trade goods. Like, talk about value add. Okay. Oh, plum helmets, why not? Okay, and then some fruit and leaves and such. And thread, yes please. That's another good value add. Thread and yarn. Oh, no, clothing, not so much. Greaves, if we get some steel ones. Oh, backpacks. Trousers, blah, 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 blah. Backpacks, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a backpack. 7, 8. Oh, quivers. Okay, sure. Okay, now the giant trap components. I'll be able to make these, so unless they're really cheap. Cheese. I can make a certain amount of cheese, but not that much. Splints. Also, I can make splints, but they're cheap. Crutches, same deal. Now then, we've got some books. That's an expensive book. Let's start with some cheaper ones here. A stepladder. An iron stepladder. Sure, why not? It is the camera obscura. Oh, no, that's expensive. Codex, parchment, blah, blah, blah. Trade. Oh, they're very happy. Great. And on that note, I'm going to close this off. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.